much to do. Opening up, letting the day in. Pour you a cup and say, hello, how you been? Looking around, seeing the same things. It's comforting how some things never change, never change, never change, do they?
Opening up, that's Sarah Bareilles, I believe is how you say that. It's from the play Waitress, which is pretty darn cool. Never ever heard that song before. You guys talk about, hey, you always seem to know the words to the songs. Yeah, not even a close chance on this one. Never heard it before. I just thought it was cool, catchy tune, and it talked about pouring you a cup. And I work at a coffee shop on Sundays, so bam! Man, we're on it. Stan Radio style. Open up to the possibilities. I think it's a huge thing, and I want to kind of caveat it a little bit. For those of us that are trying to manifest something very specific, a specific person is probably really heavily what I'm geared towards, so maybe I'll throw that in the title somewhere, but very much from the concept of, for those of us that are trying to accomplish something very specific, a specific someone, maybe love in particular, but generally with a specific person, right? Maybe you know them, maybe you don't really know them that well, maybe you kind of know them, whatever. The one caveat that I want to throw out before we get into this whole process, and it's going to give you the best chance of success, is to let go of whatever it is or however you believe it should play out. Look at some of the thought process. I don't mean the slides, so give me a little bit of freedom here for a moment. What I'm talking about is a lot of us have beliefs about what this person's supposed to do, how this person should approach us, how this person needs to contact us, how this person should do something, how this person's behavior should reflect something, because in our minds, that's how this should play out. That's what I believe. I have had a tendency of talking too much, so obviously anybody that's going to come at me is going to be the talker and I get to be quiet. Like, no, whatever it is that you think is how it's going to play out, maybe how it should play out, maybe how it will play out, maybe even how it could play out. Any thought process that you have around the way, the how, around the how this is going to happen, any thoughts whatsoever, please, I beg of you, for 5 more minutes, maybe longer, let go of any of those feelings, thoughts for a second. The end game is the person or the job or the raise or the boat or the house or the car or the parasailing from wherever the heck. Obviously, keep the end result in mind. I want to be in this person. I want to marry this person. I see them coming down the aisle. I want to have a family with this person. All right. Universe gets it. You've made these awesome imaginal scenes. There's absolutely no question to the universe. Oh, you're actually interested in a relationship, not just going on a date, not just getting a text message, not just bumping into each other at a coffee shop, whatever. You're actually serious about, okay, yeah, all right, cool. I get it. I get you. How that's going to happen has nothing to do with what you think it's going to do. Let go of it completely, because you need to truly open up to what shows itself. How does this open up before you? It's like a blossom. And if I'm looking at, say, a flower that's opening up, right? Do I get mad because I'm expecting this petal to open first, right? I'm expecting this one to open first, but this one starts to open. It's funny, it's the middle finger, right? But I'm not pointing it at you, right? But it's like, oh, you ugly flower, bank. No, you're just like, oh, I thought you were going to go first. All right, well, then you went next. Okay, I was close, whatever. Let go of whatever the hell you think's going to happen. You're wrong. Assume you're wrong. Even if you're right, assume you're wrong. Even if you end up being right, assume right now you don't know what and how this is going to play out. Assume it. You're going to be safer in the big picture, because when you're worried about whether or not there's going to be inspired action and you don't have this fixation on how things are supposed to play out, you'll actually find that inspired action becomes a lot easier. It's something that kind of hits you. So some of the obvious ones I want to talk to first off, just the obvious ones. Say, for example, just to use one, right? I happen to be maybe and it's an adult beverage facility, aka a bar. right? I just happened to be there with a couple friends, whatever the heck. And my specific person walks in. Talk to them somehow. If you know them, for sure talk to them. If you barely know them, talk to them. If you don't know them, find out a way to talk to them or at least get their attention, but try to talk to them. Here is your opportunity where the universe is saying, all right, I'm going to throw you two gravitationally close enough to interact. And if you have no expectations of how this play out because you're not under this impression, well, they're going to meet me at the park and they're going to push me on the swing. And then, right, and after about 3 minutes, I'm going to be like, you know, you're cute. And you're going to go, oh, you're cute too, right? Like, no, let go of it. Let go of it. If they're walking into where you're currently at and you're trying to manifest this person, by all means, take advantage of it. Don't get shy. Don't get whatever. Okay? Because if you are, then you're blowing it. If, oh, it's not supposed to be this way. Yes, it is because it's happening this way. Take advantage of what just shows up in your life. Stop looking at what shows up in your life that's close, coincidental, really close, and go, but it's not what I thought would happen. Let go of that. You're missing opportunities that are very possibly showing up in our life, or we're so determined it needs to be a way that can't be that the universe is just like, I don't know, you're going to tell me how to do this, but you keep telling me you want this, but you keep telling me how you're going to do it. I can't make it happen that way. I can't see it. No way. Let go of it. An example for me recently, which was really cool, and today went great for those of you who are keeping score at home, and Tuesday's the last step, and pretty sweet. Everything's looking awesome at this point. Very, very happy with how things played out. So I look forward to sharing the big picture, and I will. Trust me. This is a play-by-play for those of you that maybe have a feeling about it. What is he talking about? Inspired action? Maybe. Right? My example and how it came to me, and this is professional I've talked about, everything was wonderful and groovy, and out of the blue, someone that I used to work with that happens to still be at a certain place, and I had a great relationship with, just awesome, professionally, of course, but just an amazing lady. I'd probably walk through fire for her. Just adore the woman. She's wonderful. She's brilliant. She's just cool. I mean, it's just a great lady. Yeah, I do. I care about her deeply. Those of you are like, wow, you seem to like her. I do. I love her. But she's married. She's got a family, and, you know, but we have a really cool little connection. She hits me up out of the blue and says, are you interested? I had a job. I have a job I'm very happy with. Very happy with. I enjoy it. In fact, the hours work really well for having a YouTube channel. But this opportunity shows up, and I've been talking about certain things that I'd like to manifest in my life. Income levels, possibilities, some changes to the house that I've talked about, which requires the income levels. So things had been kind of on my, like, this is going to happen, right? And so part of me was thinking it was going to be through YouTube, of course, right? But that's ridiculous, by the way. I mean, it's great. There is a little bit of benefit for sure, but it's pretty minuscule on the big picture. Not paying any bills really with this. This is just extra fun money, if anything, right? And for me, I just reinvest it back into the business. Like, I need to buy a better camera. Like, these are the things that I'm doing with it. But it's that same concept. It's like I had this envisioned idea that it was going to happen this way. But, by the way, because I'm not so fixed that's how it's going to happen, because I'm still doing YouTube. It just needs time to grow. Bam, this thing comes out of blue, out of nowhere. And some people would go, I'm happy where I'm at. It's cool. No, it's cool. Thanks. Well, no. I'll listen to an opportunity. What? Sure. What do you got? What's going on? And as things started to play out, it was like, that sounds interesting. Yeah, let's talk. Let's chat. Let's do lunch. So again, long story short, when things fall into your lap, when they present themselves to you, even if it's outside of what you thought was supposed to happen, go for it. Actions needed. Do it. Whether it's inspired in your mind or not, it's inspired by life, by universe, by circumstance. So if you're ever passing up something that literally lands in your lap, you've missed an opportunity. Will there be another one? Maybe. But I'll tell you what, maybe not. I don't know. But if an opportunity presents itself and you've been trying to manifest it, it just happened differently than you thought. Or I got to get out of my comfort zone, because we've talked about you don't want to die with that song playing in your head, right? You don't want that to happen. So here's your opportunity. Step out of your fear zone and grab what's yours. Grab what's yours. It's yours to have. Own it. Be it. Be it, believe it, have it. Am I worthy of it? Here's an opportunity for it. No, it's not quite what I had in mind. No, she was going to be wearing red first off, because it's such a sexy color. And then on top of that, she was going to have her hair back and, in a ponytail. Actually, it would be totally be pigtails for me, by the way. But anyway, off track. Too much info. Some of the more subtle ones that I concern myself with a little, but again, when you've let go of this is going to happen this way, or, hey, you know what? It's going to happen this way, or, oh, mister, it's going to happen this way. That's just so it doesn't sound like that kind of voice. I just wanted to give it some sort of biker voice, right? Dude's, he probably rides a Harley, that particular character right there. How do I know if I should text? How do I know if I call? How do I know if I send him a letter? Just because I mentioned that not long ago. How do I know if I come up with some ridiculous reason to IM them at work, maybe? That's probably a really good one for those of you that are working with someone. Hopefully they're in a different team, right? They're not right in your area, because, man, that sucks when it doesn't work out. Just going to tell you, when you work with someone and it doesn't work out, oh, it sucks really bad. Just going to say. It's great when it works. It's awesome. It's awesome when you're sneaking around and nobody knows. I'm telling you, it's some of the most fun you'll ever have. But, again, how do I know? These are the inspired actions that are going to come. It's going to hit you out of the blue. These are the ones that you need to be a little more sensitive to. And if you're already assuming you know how it's going to happen, you're going to miss. It's when you let go. It's when you allow. It's when I don't know what's going to happen. I just know this is where I'm going. This is where the direction I'm heading. This is what's going to happen. This is what is happening. This is what I am creating. However you want to phrase it, it's all current in that sense, but you don't have it this very second. You can say, I want to live in the end all you want. Great. You still don't have it. So let's deal with reality, because most of us, that's what happens in our brains. Well, you don't actually have it. No, I totally have it right now, because I saw it in my brain, and so it totally exists. And it's true, and it's good to tell yourself, and there's no question about that. But the reality is, yeah, what we're doing is we're looking ahead, and I know that's what I'm getting. I know that's what I'm getting, and that's where I'm heading. That's what I am going to experience. I am going to live that way. So when you've put it that way, and you don't care how so much it plays out, it'll, in the way I look at it, frankly, it will show itself to me. I will know what to do, because it will show itself to me. And there have been times where I've gotten those subtle urges that were, very kind of from the heart, very kind of glowy, very, man, I love her, right? And it's like, boom, text message, or, oh man, you know what? It just feels like this is the appropriate time to try to call. Right? And you put the call through, and they pick up really quickly, and they're like, wow, hey, hi. And they're happy to hear from you. I just was thinking of you, and I wanted to say hi. And I don't know. I just saw the place where we met and hung out, and I don't know. Anyway, I just got nostalgic. I'm sure you're busy, but no, I got some time. What's going on? Wow. I don't know. Just a lot of things been going on with work. Good thing, right? That's how it happens. Inspired's going to hit you. It's going to hit you out of the blue. But when you're so focused on how it should be, well, he needs to text me, so I'm not going to text him. All right off the bat, you've taken things off the table that universe was probably going to use. I'm not going to text him till he texts me. All right, universe is now going, he's not going to text you unless you text him. That's for sure. I've already talked to his higher self. We're tight. We got this going on. And they're like, yeah, no, we need a text to get this moving. But it can't just be any random, oh, hi, good morning. It needs to be the right text. And our higher selves go, oh, okay. No, yeah. I got you. I'll hook this up. I will inspire this behavior from my young Padawan, right? And I will make this happen, and I will make it so. And it does. And we feel inspiration. Be it God, be it our higher selves, be it whatever we want to call it. 'Cause it's really all the same thing. It truly is really all the same thing. But however you feel comfortable talking about that inspiration, that divine inspiration, be it our higher selves or universe or source or God or Allah or Jehovah or Yahweh or I don't know. There's a whole bunch of them. There's some I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say, right? Those two, right? It all works beautifully together. So we need to let these things show themselves and stop having all these rules. No, I can't do this. Or you can't call the person until 3 days after the date. Like, where do all these rules come from? They're stupid. Take each situation as it comes. Don't just have some black and white rule that can't pick the fruit before it's ripe. Again, Anya Steven agreed. How do you know it's ripe, right? There's an inspired action that goes with it. So stop all these, like, I don't want to pick it before it's ripe. Just let go of that for the moment, because I don't see how that's possibly going to really, truly benefit you unless you're seriously constantly overdoing it. And I know there's plenty of people that do that. I'll text the crap out of them just to say, it's sunny, or, oh my God, my pancakes have syrup on them. Look, here's a picture. Like, really? Like, I'm at work right now, and you just sent me a picture of pancakes, and yes, the butter looks delicious, but really? Now, maybe when you're first, whatever. I'm being extreme to a point, but again, there's that time where there's too much of it, and it's really better for us to pull back. If that's where you're coming from, yes, yes. Wait until the fruit starts to look a little funny in color, and then grab it and see if it's squishy, and then pull it off, right? Otherwise, yeah, probably just should. If it feels hard and not ready, don't do it, right? Don't do it. But for those of us that are able to let go of all these beliefs and we don't have this like urgency to constantly reach out and text them every second just because, right? Like, we want to actually have the big deal. We've got this big picture. We understand we're working on ourselves. We're getting our lives in order. We're making things happen. Things are coming together. In these situations, for sure, the inspiration will come. It's part of that awakening process I keep mentioning, and I'm going to keep mentioning because it's super important for where we're at as a society, as a world. This is a big time for all of us, and many of us are waking up, and a lot of you are on the cutting edge of that. You're the forefront. You're the ones that are going to help lift the ones around you. The ones around you are going to go, how did you do that? How did you accomplish getting with so-and-so? How did you accomplish getting such a great job? How come you're always in such a good mood? And by your actions, they will question, and from those questions will come the assistance that we're all here to provide. It's a really awesome time. And you guys got this. Just stop saying this is how it has to happen and let it happen the way it's going to happen, the way it's supposed to happen, the way it should happen. Not the way you want it to happen, not the way you think it should happen, not the way you prefer it to happen. No, none of those things are going to happen. Let go of all of it. It's a waste of your time, and it's ruining your chances. Let it go. And from there, you will find some of the most happiness and joyful experiences in this whole process because things start to pop up. I see stuff every day. It is so awesome because I'm not holding the reins so tightly. I'm kind of letting the horse it knows where I want to go. It's funny if you've ever ridden a horse in those stables, right? Where they know, we used to go in Lake Tahoe, where they know where their home is and they know they go out for an hour and they just somehow seem to understand what it means when they turn around. And all of a sudden, there is no stopping them. Like, they're like, no, we're going to keep going, thank you, because we realize they got they got little horsey Seikos, or little horsey, I can't say the word even, watches, all right, on their hooves. They're like throwing up their hooves, right? And they're like, oh yeah, no, it's been 30 minutes. We're heading back. And we will make sure we get there. So again, somehow that tied in. I lost track of what I was talking about. Going out with a great song, by the way, Mr. Jason Mraz. And I just have a problem with the fact that it's an M and an R next to each other, but it's not got a period after it. Like, it's not Mr. It's somehow a sound. Mraz. What the hell is that sound? But that's his name, Jason Mraz. It's a wonderful thing. Song's called I'm Yours. It's, of course, right here on Dan Radio Style.
So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate.